What does that mean? What are the signs of lack of export readiness? Delay is a sign of lack of export readiness. Delay in payment, delay in getting buyer, delay in shipment, delay that happen frequently. Demurrage. The agent will know demurrage. Demurrage is the fee pay for the usage of container beyond the free period while the container is in the custody of the shipping line. Demurrage is an evidence of lack of export readiness if it happens frequently. Discrepancy in your documents and evidence of lack of export readiness. Defect in your goods. Ignorance, dearth of knowledge, losses, debt, and dropout. These are all signs of lack of export readiness. Particularly if this is recurring, because COVID happened, people have issues during COVID you wasn't prepared for, but now people know better what to do even if it happens again, because they are now prepared. So you can have circumstances beyond human control, but it's not like every shipment you're having this same issue is a capacity issue. It's no more, it's a capacity issue. Now, what are the areas of readiness? Promoter needs to be ready. The product needs to be ready. The pricing needs to be ready. The staff predisposition needs to be ready. The purpose needs to be ready. That's the reason I'm going global. Also, in terms of capacity, I need to be able to promote. I need to be able to manage the business proficiency. I need to be able to have production capacity. That's why I say you need sometimes more than one person to produce for you. You're not producing yourself. I need to be able to raise funding or get paid. Know what to do to get paid after shipment and positioning the goodwill of the business, experience of people managing it. Then the people. I need to know the people who are going to be buying, their preferences, the paperwork, the documentation required, then the potential demand. Then I need purchasers, understanding the buyer, and more importantly, partners, someone representing in the export market. If you export to a destination where you don't have a rep, you will increase the risk of a loss if you have issues in that market. And I'm talking from experience. I've been exporting for almost 2 decades. You stand that chance. If you see any business that have done export for 5 years, 10 years successfully, they definitely have either put this in place or they've had issue and then they now corrected it. In fact, when I was doing my MSc, I studied Dangote. And I discovered that Dangote at that time was in about 10 countries in Africa. Now, when you're entering the export market, if you're entering the export market, there are 3 ways you can enter the export market. You can enter through overseas representative approach, or overseas subsidiary company, or overseas sales branch. Now, Dangote was using overseas sales branch in almost every country except South Africa where you use subsidiary. He has to partner with someone. But for a business that can afford it, you can go and set up a branch. That means the branch mandate is to find buyers, receive the goods, store it, and distribute. But if I don't have that luxury, because of cost that might be involved, I can partner with someone that is doing something similar. And if I don't have that option, then I just get a rep who is just an agent. Meaning, I pay him based on commission for every transaction. Now, what this does is, it makes it easier to resolve any issue at destination. Any kind of issue at destination. So that's why my recommendation is do not go to a market where you don't have a representative. Now, if you must go to such market, then you must have a secure payment method, otherwise called a letter of credit or a demand guarantee, but a method that secures your payment. And you won't get that all the time. 85% of the time, you won't get that. And we're going to talk about payment method very soon. Because you won't get that, that's the reason to consider alternative. The reason to consider alternative. And if you're considering alternative that is not protecting you as much as you want, then it's important to have a representative in the export market. So when I talk about promoter, that's the owner. If he doesn't have experience, capacity building is necessary. The item of export, in terms of quality specification, uniqueness, and life. The cost of the goods, talking about pricing. Then the predisposition of the staff. Now, if you are working with people who are not quality conscious, you should be quality conscious. I just told you about specification now. You should be quality conscious. And you should orientate them about the need for them to be quality conscious, particularly as far as the product is concerned. Then the reason for going global, the reason for export. If you are looking to make money, I don't think export is the business to do, because you can make money doing other things in Nigeria. I'm very frank. I'm very frank. If you are looking, it is money, but if you are looking for other things beyond making money, you're trying to build a global brand, you're trying to earn in forex because you have an import business you want to fund. You have other important reasons, not just to make money. Then it makes sense. The reason why I say that is, when you do a business, if you don't have a strong why, when there are challenges, you pull out. If you don't have a strong why, when they are challenging you, pull out. Because you have option now. But if you have a big why you want to do it, then even when they are challenging you, you fix it. Because the fact that other people are doing it can be done. Only that I have a knowledge gap. I have accepted that ignorance is a gift. It gives you, make you humble to learn. No, I'm serious. I've accepted that ignorance is a gift, ignorance is a gift. It lets you know your shortcomings so you can do something about it. Your shortcoming, or you didn't accept that it's a shortcoming, then you keep struggling. But when you accept the shortcoming and you learn it, then it becomes a lot easier for you to be able to make progress in that area. Then capacity, in terms of getting funding or getting paid, ability to get funds or raise money for payment. Production capacity is important that you don't rely on only one source. Proficiency, the skill to manage the business, change financial instrument, export dynamics, risk and mitigation. Promotion, being able to create awareness about your product. Please, I will repeat it again and again. The challenge of effort is not getting buyer. The challenge of effort is getting ready. If you are ready, you get buyer. Unless you don't have a product that is in demand. If you are ready, you get buyer. What you need to do to know, what do I need to do to get buyer? There are options available. You can use social media to promote. You can decide to register on B2B platform. You can decide to buy database or buyer abroad. You can decide to attend a trade fair. There are too many options available. If I say I'm looking for buyer, it's a sign that I'm ignorant as to what I need to do to get buyer. Because if I know what to do and I do it, I will find buyer. I will now have to decide which of them do I really want to deal with. It's a lot of work, no doubt, but if you concentrate effort on it within a month or two, you get buyer. Yeah. And when you get that buyer, you won't need another one again, but I can assure you, you might not be able to meet the demand. No, I'm serious. We're not able to meet. Someone was talking recently, he was talking to Walmart manager, I think he's in the US or Canada. Yes. And the person said, he was talking about when they want to supply roasted cartoon. The person said, fantastic, you can buy it. Can you supply 100 container? You can supply 100 containers. Because it's Walmart we're talking about here. And I got to distribute across America. So you can imagine their demand. So if you do what you need to do, you will find buyer. The issue is, will you be able to meet that demand when you get it? Which is why I talk about the fact that you need what? Capacity. So that means you have people you are working with who can produce. So that, in fact, like madam, you are producing spices. You are looking for buyers, you should have other spices people in your network. Because if you do it well, you might not meet the demand. You will now need those people to produce for you. But there are people you trust that they can deliver the quality and they produce for you in your brand. Even though you are producing yourself. Because you now need collaboration with others to be able to get that done. Then, country. The people in that country, the consumer understanding there, the person is messing up the scale again. Then, documentation. Pre and post export documentation in terms of paperwork and understanding of the potential opportunity in the market. Then again, to the purchaser and partnership. Purchaser, understanding the entry strategy, understanding the distribution option, and then partnership, having a sales rep or representative or consultant, someone you need to work with in the export market to leverage for that market. Okay. Now, you can scan this. This enables you to be able to do export readiness free of charge online. So you get, if you scan this, you take a page and you can do export readiness free of charge. You can quickly do that so you can have the link. Then you can do the readiness assessment anytime. Now, when you do it, it will download for you. When you finish filling it will ask you about 75 questions. When you finish filling it will download for you you get an email with a link to download a PDF format of that. To scan it, you just open your camera, yes. You see the link and click on it. Okay, you have opened it, right? Have you been able to open it? Yes. Okay, you've opened it, right? Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. So you can do that at your convenience. Just get the link so you'll be able to do that. Now, this enables you to do free export readiness assessment. So it helps you to know, am I ready? If I'm not ready, what do I need to do to be ready? If I am not ready, it will give you recommendation on the area you lack readiness and what you need to do in those areas. And above, you are good to go. If you score 70 to 89, you have 82 areas to fix, but you are still good to go. But now, please, if anybody drop comment in the comments. But if you midway to ready, From 69 and below, please don't start yet. Fix all the issues to minimize. This is the reason why people lose money exporting. Because it's like I did not diagnose my business to know the area I'm not conscious of to be able to fix. And that might become an issue for me depending on the dynamics of the transaction I find myself doing.